Balance in our duality.
As our energies explore the possibilities.
Time is but an illusion.
And information is power.
You're listening to InnerlightRadio.com.
The healing frequency.
Greetings and love and kindness, family. I'm Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on InnerlightRadio.com, the healing frequency. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Are you breathing, family? Taking those deep Kundalini breaths with me. Come on, let's breathe. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now let it out. Feel it shifting your body. Thank you for dancing with me. That's right. Take those deep breaths. It's your time now. Tuning into self. Healing, healing, healing breaths. Hey. That's right. Just think when you dance with it. Come on and dance with me. Come. That's right, family. That natural high. Dancing with that deep, 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 deep breath to oxygenate the body, that makes the body feel so good, that purifies the body from everything that's going on with the body and the body's organs. Because family, community, we must remember and keep in our consciousness that our consciousness is not within our body. We're talking about the brain. We're talking about organs. We're talking about oxygenating the life of the human body that connects to that energetic body. And how do we do that? We do that through this dynamic breath. So I know you sat back this week. I know you took those deep, deep breaths. And every time you saw something on the news, every time somebody brought you some of their frustration, every time somebody brought you some of their anger, some of their discernment, some of their misunderstanding, you just looked at them and you processed it through your breath. And you did not let it take you away or take you down that rabbit hole, because you're coming out of that rabbit hole. You're learning about your body, your divine body. How you doing, family, community, and friends? Thank you so very much for tuning into the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. I'm your host, Khadijah Davis-Foulks from Washington, D.C., the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare Educator. And I'm here to help you with health education for longevity and peace, to bring whatever that is and whatever it looks like to you in your life, because we all are unique individuals, uniquely different, with a set of different consciousness, and that's what moves the body. Life is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. And when you keep that in mind, no matter what you're saying, you're doing through your words, it's through what's in your consciousness. And Lord knows that subconscious mind, if it can come up and interject in that gap in your consciousness and your reality, a whole bunch of stuff can happen, have you a little bit confused about what you're doing, because you're thinking one way, you have a consciousness one way, and you're acting another way. I tell you, when you're feeling like that, that's when you're out of balance from your true self, from knowing thyself, that statement. And then it's time for you to get back in balance with life. And one way you do that is easy, not to look at the problem or the solution, but just to sit back and take a deep, 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 deep breath and rejuvenate your body and your life and your energy field, your force field. So how many times this week did you have to sit back and take that deep breath over the things you heard and the conversations that came your way and the things that people trying to put in your life to make you respond and act a certain way? I'm telling you, we got to take a deep look at what's going on around us, because it's not just happening to us as a society. It's not just happening to us as a race. It's happening to us as individual people. And that's why we must understand that being the individualized expression of this oneness and our connectivity to this energetic frequency of vibration, of highness, of knowing thyself, we got to be still and take these breaths, family, because this world will have you got me going in circles. You don't want to go in circles. You don't want to go round and round. Yes, that spiral tells us a lot about life. But that's not how you want to live your life outside of yourself. And that's why you can't give your power away to what's going on. And a lot of things are designed for you to give your power away right now. And a lot of people did that. And then they looking back now saying, why did I choose to do this? Why did I choose to act this way? Make this statement, back this person, do this, do that. But when you stop and you take those deep breaths before you do it, and you make that choice, that decision, not based on conformity to anybody else's patterns or thinkings of life, but to your own vibration, because that's what this journey here on earth is all about. It's becoming in alignment with your own vibration and how you're choosing to be here on planet Earth, this way station that brings you so many opportunities from so many different perspectives to keep you what? In alignment with yourself. So our conscious community, our high-level thinking conscious community that talks about knowing thyself, how much do you know thyself? Because if you're turning people away from themselves, you don't really know thyself. I ain't taking away nothing from anybody. But Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks is all about having you tune into yourself. So thank you for joining me today, taking the time to tune into yourself, to take those deep, deep breaths with me as I share with you how I am finally moving through a cellular malfunction, sharing healthcare and different modalities and different perspectives and consciousness about how to care for the body for over 30 plus years and not really having anything majorly wrong with me, coming into having this hemorrhagic stroke through stresses, in quotes, if you can see my hands going up in the air, because what is called stresses in life. And it's all about the conscience and how we processing things. So I'm here to share that journey, how wonderful it is, because it's all about how you look at things. Because life is not what it looks like if it's not looking like to you, like it's being pleasant, like it's in harmony with you, like it's in balance with you. If you are seeing any distortions, if you're seeing any stagnation, be it in your body, be it in your thoughts, be it in your actions, really, you can't look outward. You got to look inward. Inward is the expression of who you are outward. And all that's in your field, your human body field of existence. That's why I love what I do with the tool that I use from Nest Health Wellness. It reads that energetic body field of what's around you. And even down to the person that doesn't have any type of, if you want to quote unquote say no IQ, because what is education? That's measured by a system of not reality. We all are educated because we're here on this earth. But when we look at what they say and how they define things and the labels that they put on things, you got to change all that around. Because it's not what it looks like and it's not what it says. And I'm a person that's never conformed to conformity. I don't care what situation I've been where is that they would come to my mother and say, that child don't do anything like anybody else does it. Why? Because I'm not like anybody else. I'm the individualized expression of myself. I'm in the individualized expression of life energy force, and that is of self-creation. I am the energy life force of my being here on planet Earth. Nobody else. What am I vibrating to? What am I thinking about? What am I creating? What am I? And yes, it's I, because it's I am that I am. Are you being the I am that you are? Are you caught up into a dogma situation where you have kept and held yourself back for so many long, trying to fit into this vibration, trying to fit into that vibration, trying to listen to that person over there? I'm here to tell you, education is an inside job, baby. It's inside. It means to bring that within without, not to be educated through nobody's system. The definition, the way they define the human body, the organs, the structures of the body, and what's going on, all that is helpful and it's true, and we're excited about it. But it really has nothing to do with anything, really, because it's all about your state of consciousness. That's how this body operates, on your state of consciousness. And mostly they say from the subconscious aspect of life and not too much from the conscious. I'm telling you, it's all one. It all goes together. It's a whole. There's no separation. The same way they try to separate the body parts and the body into this system and that system. It is a whole, complete, entire system. And really, and truthfully and honestly, I am really like when I say, you know, like the static that sparks and comes out when people sit back and try to define people's states of consciousness for their own reality. We cannot do that. No matter what field we walk in, that we are assisting somebody, because no matter what we say to somebody, it's about how they're perceiving it, their perception through their own states of consciousness. They generate their life field, their life force, their life existence around them. So that's why on this show, I'm just a conscious self-healthcare educator, asking you to sit back and take a moment and tune into yourself and think about where you're extending that vibration out that brings you so much disharmony and dismay. And then sometimes you're not. You are actually living in harmony and peace. You have actually got it together. But then somebody throws that pebble into your atmosphere and start a ripple somewhere. Are you aware enough of your existence to realize that that ripple has been thrown in there and it's not what it looks like? It's throwing you off because of interruptions in frequency and in vibration. The patterns have been broken up and scattered. Things like that can happen through energy. So that's why on this show, the best advice I can give as a conscious self-healthcare educator, as a doctor of lymphology, teaching cellular ecology, from being a reflexologist, all the modalities I have, colon hydrotherapy, all the things that I do, stress management for the past 40 years, everything that I do is really for myself. And that's why when this hemorrhagic stroke came about, I could quickly bring myself back into balance, because things that I say and share, I live. It's a part of who I am, my existence. And that is my consciousness. And I can't give that to anybody, and neither should you. And that's why the universe said to me, become a conscious self-healthcare educator. That is encompassing of everything that you do with all the modalities that you share. Because only that person is going to vibrate their existence out. Nothing that anybody else can do but be an influence in it. And if it's not right for you, then all you can really do is just sit back and take a deep breath, because you ain't got to argue and prove nothing to no one. So sometimes those things are supposed to be gifts are not really gifts, but an acknowledgement of actions, thoughts, and deeds and patterns that you vibrate out sometimes, and sometimes it's in the vibration of others that are around you. And those patterns you may have been trying to get rid of and move away. And sometimes you may see them in others to see if you have let them patterns go. And it's all about words. We always talk about words creating spells, words creating definitions, words creating vibration, words that create intentions to help you have good intentions. So let's look at some of these words individually and ask yourself how these words are playing a role in your life as we sit back today. And we're going to breathe and think about ourselves and how much we're giving our power away to words and the stringing and the combination of words. And what do they really mean to us? Because you know how I feel about them words. You take a moment and put self to any word, self-care, self-love, self-respect, self-responsibility, self-worth. That energy, that vibration comes back to you from within, without, and you're creating that vibration that you want in life. And I don't care what pebble try to come down your chain of water, it's not going to vibrate out. So let's just look at some words that people call gifts. Abandonment, abuse, aggravation, animosity, always have to be right, anger, anxiety, betrayal, blackmail, blame, broken promises, bullying, complaining, conflict, control, confrontation, demeaning, disappointment, disapproval, fear, guilt, greed, harassment, entitlement, insecurity, jealousy, judgment, misleading, wow, shame, separation, intimidation, all falls underneath for manipulation. What are you allowing to manipulate you from turning against yourself, knowing that you are the creator? I am that I am. That I am is the creation of life. That is what you giving power to. What you getting to shift you out of a state of comfortability, a state of loving yourself, a state of having that self-love, self-respect. What are you giving your power to, your statements to? What words are you thinking of in situations? What are you calling someone else about their actions? It's not about their actions. It's not about what they're doing. It's about what you're doing and what you're allowing into your environment. That's your environment of consciousness, your environment of thought, your environment for your physical body, your environment to where you're living at, what's around you. What are you paying attention to? Everything else is a distraction. You have to pay attention to how you vibrate in your life and what you're letting around into your human body field of existence. Take a moment, take a breath, be still, and think about the words you use. Some people say these words are gifts that help you shift and not give your power away. Maybe that's not what it looks like, and maybe that's not what it is. They say hurt and pain is not a gift. Hurt and pain are feelings from the gift. But the words give you a feeling. That's why Reverend Ike said feelings get the blessings. So what are you feeling? What are you vibrating? It's always imagination over everything. You know, I started going to the gym this week. I had a fantastic time, and I'm going to talk about it next week. But like I was telling the trainer, she was like, "You so on point." And I said, that's because imagination. I was here 8 months ago when I first had the stroke, knew what it was and knew what was going on. I've already was where I was today 8 months ago. That's why everything went so smooth. And the breathing process of using that equipment and my chest opening up and feeling so good and everything moving so well. But I'm going to get back to that next week, and who the person that I chose to come and help me show me about that equipment, how to use it properly. So because I got everything else down. So I had a fantastic time the other day. But family and community, really, in this day and time, it's really all about you being still, breathing, thinking, and not giving your power away to any situations to create your life, your own existence. It's okay to live according to your divine consciousness as long as you're doing what? Living in harmony and peace. As long as you are not trying to bring chaos, confusion, and anything of a low vibration to anybody's life or existence. And don't try to justify by saying this, because people will have you justify your actions, saying it's for the good. And some people call that white supremacy and black supremacy. So you better think about what you're doing when you do things and what is the beneficial aspect of it, because in reality, the truth to what they're saying, you're creating for yourself. That vibration that you put out, that you send out, is going to come back to you in some kind of way. Words, actions, or deeds, you're going to feel it. And that's why I live in love and harmony and peace. With all the games that have been played with my life, I know what it's truly about. Me focusing on me creating for me in the vortex of how I see life, which is in love, peace, and harmony. And yes, oneness. I remember somebody, when they came back into my life, they said, "Well, you preach that, excuse my expression, that oneness shit." No, it's not shit. Oneness is a reality because it's being with yourself, your existence here on earth, and everything else is a part of that. So we have to be like that. So I've had a fantastic week. I'm vibrating high. My chest is open. My body still feel like the good little blip, but it's a different vibration with it since I had that 1 hour of showing me how to use all the equipment within this gym's facility to create that workout plan, so I won't feel like this is a balloon, to help send those right vibration frequency of thoughts into my body and telling it to correct itself as that blood leaves off of the brain area where I had that stroke at, that blood vessel. And everything can be coming back more and more in balance. And I tell you, family, the key thing is not doing pharmaceuticals, not worrying and not thinking about it, knowing that you are in control of your body. And there's no one right way to do it, no wrong way to do it, no right foods to eat, no wrong foods to eat. It's all about your state of consciousness. Life is a state of consciousness. So sit back, take a deep breath, listen to my commercial, understand what I offer you, groove to some music, and breathe, because the Queen of Soul is pure energy now, Aretha Franklin, and she got a message for everybody through her life journey. And now that she's back to pure energy, anybody that goes back to pure energy, anybody that vibrates to pure energy that's alive, it brings about a powerful vibration, a ripple effect that's bringing about this change we see right now in planet Earth. Are you with it or are you against yourself? Vibrate higher, not lower. Breathe into love yourself and honor yourself and respect yourself. So let's listen to some music and commercial, and we'll be back. I don't know how long, because I just asked the programmer, to Jamal, to just play the commercial, play some music, and when he end a couple of songs, I'll come back and talk to you. But let's just breathe and think about a beautiful life. Remember what the show was about last week and how Prince told you what to do. Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, Get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal healthcare prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified lymphologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forcelllife.com. The number 4, the words cell, CELLLIFE.com. The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul. They gave us so much music. They gave us so much thought. And that was a perfect one to choose, because that's what I'm talking about. Now, respect. You can want respect from everybody else, and let that be the way how you move your life based on everybody else's respect and what they call respecting. You not respecting me, and you did this, and you not respecting me, and you did that, and you got to give me some R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Got to give me some respect. I want respect. They not respecting the African community, not respecting the black community. He's not respecting me. She's not respecting me. My boss don't respect me. My mama, my daddy don't respect me. Nobody's respecting me. Baby, let me tell you some R-E-S-P-E-C-T, self-respect. That's why I say to you, when you put that word self in front of anything, the vibration changes things. And no matter what is getting on your nerves, no matter what is making you shift your energy from that positive vibration in life, you got to sit back and ask yourself, what are you giving that power to? You can do things and move things in a harmonious way, and it doesn't have to come through a destruction of anybody or anything through that type of vibration. Self-respect, self-love, self-care, self-worth. I keep telling you, anything you put to self changes the vibration of things. You tune into Heart to Heart Healthy Living, the Conscious Self Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. I'm your host, Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self Healthcare Educator. Yes, and I am the owner of the Arc of Self-Healing and Self-Help, health education for longevity and peace. That's what I'm sharing with you each and every Wellness Wednesday through all my posts, through all social medias, through anything that I do. I'm sharing with you the opportunity to say to you, you got to make a choice. What choice do you need to make the change in your life that you need to remake? Reminder from last week's show. Your greatest enemy lives within you, as do your greatest access, knowledge of self, that great access, assessment of self, self-knowledge, self-love, of knowing thyself. There is nothing in this world that can trouble you as much as your own thoughts. So what you giving your thoughts to? The stuff that's in your life, the people trying to put in your life, and you know they're trying to put in your life, things that people trying to do, and you want to argue with them and you want to fight with them about it. What's going on in the government? How can you and what can you do to make life a little bit better? What's going on around you in your neighborhood, in your community? There is nothing in this world that can trouble you as much as your own thoughts. Thoughts create. Thoughts are vibration. Thoughts create imagination. Now that is total creation. So when you're having those thoughts and you get to imagining shit and get to imagining stuff and the stuff ain't right, what are you creating for? Your own vibration, your own frequency. So be a creator of your own mind, and watch your genius soar. Like I did from this game of It's Not What It Looks Like. Everything is what it looks like when you're vibrating to self. Knowing thyself, not getting it twisted, not getting it confused. Are you the leaves? Are you the branches or the root? I ask you a question, family, and taking your deep, deep breaths. Here's another one. Are you the leaves? Are you the branches or the root? Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks answered. I am the whole living tree, the lymphatic system that breathes inside of me, that connection system of all systems and throughout life existence, the breath that keeps it activating at its most highest efficient state of keeping the human body purified. And that's why I ask you to come and dance with me every Wellness Wednesday. Come study with me in the lymphatic cellular wellness with lymphosizing and the Nest My Health device. Come learn and study with me and bring that out within about your own self. See your own vibrations. See what's going on in your own body. And you can make the shifts necessary when you have the right information. The body processes are the same in everybody, goes through the same processes. What makes things different is a state of consciousness. That's why doctors are trying to buy you into the fact that you need their drugs, even though they know it's not going to make you well. But in the meantime, you will feel better. Well, in the meantime, Karen is feeling better until her body get back into a complete state of total balance without drugs. Yes, I get into this balloon state. Yes, I can feel my nerves, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the vibration of when people do shit, stuff happens around me, and how my body feels it on this side and the other side it don't. So I'm becoming better in balance with myself, from the side that can feel and the side that cannot feel. This was the blessed thing that could ever happen to me, was experiencing the effects of as they call it, autonomic diseases, what's going on and when you have a stroke, which they really don't talk about. They really can't explain it. But I think that was one of my responsibilities here on earth, starting with myself. That's why it happened, to let you know that you don't need to go through none of that. Just look at what's going on with your own body. And anybody can get into a state of inflammation, because that's all it is. Everything. How long it stays in your body, how it's moving through your body, how well it can move through the body, how many dams you got in your body. And they have other names for those dams. So you have to think about it. Are you the leaves, the branches, or the root? Are you living a segmented lifestyle? Are you separating your systems? Are you not seeing your body as a whole, that you are one? Come on, family, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. There is nothing in this world that can trouble you as much as your own thoughts. So when shit start happening in my life, I'm not going to bite into it. I'm not going to buy into it. What am I thinking? What am I saying to myself? That's what we have to do. Be tuned into thyself. Tune into yourself. That's the title of my poetry book. That's what all my poems are. Those books are getting ready to come out. So I invite you to go to my YouTube channel, K Davis F. Listen to some of the past radio shows, see how they can inspire you, because they're all uplifting and inspiring. You can go to my website, consciousselfcare.com, 1S. Connects conscious and self. See all the tools that I'm offering people to use to have a better assessment of their own body, from the energetic down to the physical organs, using a max pulse system, the same system they use in the hospital to diagnose diseases with. And then you can come up with a better program of how you're going to take care of yourself. If you're going to follow Larry program down the street, Mary program around the corner, whoever program around the world, whatever program you want to use, make it a part of what you want for yourself. Because all the healing arts work, all the healing arts create a balance. And when you are more in tune into your divine divinity self for yourself, your vibrations are going to come out right in your human being, in your human experience, like with mine. With all the stuff that's been going on in my life, that has been going on definitely over the past 3 years, and where I'm at now, it's because life is a state of consciousness. My consciousness. What am I thinking? So nobody knows what two drugs would do together to the human body. We each are the individualized expression of our conscious and subconscious thinking. They don't know what one drug would do to your human body. However, you will have more systems and organs symptoms to treat with more pharmaceuticals that you take. Doctors get paid for the therapy. They do not get paid on the outcome. That's why the doctors tried to scare me into taking 4 and 5 medications, because that's how they get paid. They try to scare me about you're going to have another stroke and this is going to happen to you, and that's how they get paid. They don't care what other diseases, what other cellular malfunctions that shows up from the drugs, the treatment. They got paid, people. It's what we say that moves the world around. We know money is energy, but it comes in a currency. Stress, whether chronic or not, has a chemical, physical, emotional, and energetic vibration and frequency to its vibration and frequency. Stress, whether chronic or not, That's your chronic diseases. Stress, whether chronic or not, has a chemical, physical, emotional, and energetic vibration and frequency to its vibration and frequency. The cause of all cellular malfunctions, known as diseases, is lack of oxygen and a clean environment, be it the brain environment, be it the leg environment, be it the cavity environment. The environment has lack of oxygen. Cells need oxygen. Therefore, that one formula, 37 step, that boils down to oxygen pumps electricity, vibration, power. Oxygen pumps electricity, vibration, and power. How much oxygen is in your body? That comes through breath, breathing, the food, water, your environment, your human body. The cause of all cellular malfunctions is lack of oxygen. An area in my brain had lack of oxygen. A blood vessel broke. What happened? Things started responding that correlates to that area of the brain that the body started working with through the vibration of the human body. But with a clean environment, oxygenating your body, things shift. So Karen's program was simply to what? If something occurred, that meant lack of oxygen. The first step is to oxygenate my body. The best way to oxygenate my body, and there's so many breaths. There are various breaths to use. But what's most important is the consciousness with the breath. What are you saying with it? With this all being as simply as it is, it only means that my brain area, mostly toxicity, deficiency, whatever the body organs need through vibrations, through food, through frequency, deficiency. It wasn't processing right. Stress, stressful existence. Because all dysfunctions, all cellular malfunctions are stressful existence. And we all can go through them. Even a shock, even turn around seeing something momentarily that happens to you to shock you. That's a stressful situation that brings about a stressful vibration in your body. Dis-ease, disease, and cellular malfunctions. That's what they all are. But when you come dance with me and emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery and live a stress and disease-free thinking existence, that's what this show is all about. That's why I want you to come share your wellness stories. The lines are going to be open soon. This vortex has been around me. It's shifting. You can get through to my groups on Facebook. When you go to my website, you will see all the information, all the links that will allow you to join and be a part and get that book with me and study with me from Dr. Samuel C. West. He should be given more than a Nobel Peace Prize of talking about the lymphatic system, the purification system of the body, and understanding the pure laws and principles of life. No fighting, no argument, no judgment, no criticizing, no none of this stuff. People are working decently and in order. And you might not be in alignment with it, you might not be in agreement with it, but decently in order. As long as they're not trying to bring any chaos, confusion, and hoodwinks into people's lives, that's supremacy stuff. Black supremacy, white supremacy, mama supremacy, boyfriend supremacy, girlfriend supremacy, friend supremacy. Everybody trying to be power over somebody else's life instead of having power over their own lives. That's what it's all boiled down to. That's why I'm moving through this hemorrhagic stroke with ease, because I don't give my power away to anybody. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-C-T-T. Take care of who? Take care of me. And you got to have some respect, some self-respect for self. So take those deep, deep breaths, family. Tomorrow, we set up for another commercial. Before we close out the show, just come in while I'm talking. Let's hear another commercial to inspire people. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnosis are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.celllife.com.
Think about how you're giving your power away. You got to think about it. Thoughts, those thoughts. But it's truly that subconscious imagination thinking that's creating your life. But those thoughts have such a powerful impact on your life, on your existence, on your vibration, on your actual physical being here. So you better be thinking about what you're doing, thinking about what you're saying, thinking about what you're not saying. Thinking about everything that's going on. My girlfriend said, think about it. You got to think about it, family. I'm telling you, it's time to tune into yourself, not giving your power away to anybody else. Oh, breathe with me. Feel the vibration and frequency of life. Know who you are, the power that you possess. I tell you, every time I get on this show, my body feels so good. It feels so beautiful. That's the truth of what's going on. And I'm loving the fact that I can feel my nerves, this nervous system, this autonomic system. Now remember, the tools I use, you can see what's going on with your autonomic system, what state you're in, the sympathetic or the parasympathetic state. With the nervous system, you can see your human body feeling what's going on. You see for yourself, we can talk about it, but you make your choice about how you want to correct the feeling and vibration of your cells and your body. That's why I love what I do. Conscious self-health care. I've been through the road. I am a certified registered nutritionist. I done studied everything, and I studied people's, and I've learned one thing. It's all about what you say, your consciousness, and how you live in your life. So family, as we close out the show, I'm just going to read this quick poem, and we're going to end this with a little bit of Aretha Franklin, because I do say a little prayer for you as I say for myself. People say, don't pray for me unless you know what you're doing. But prayer moves things. It moves things within your body when it's a positive prayer. It's just like the spell of a witch cantation. What are you saying and how you looking at it? But all I want to say to you, thank you for tuning in to me, sharing with me. The lines are going to be open soon. And we're talking about tuning into yourself through the magic of your poetry, the vibration of your heart, your frequency that you are projecting to yourself and out into the world. But I just shared with you how I survived and moved through the greatest hoax ever played on a human soul, through the book Is Not What It Looks Like, and that vibration. I don't force life. I didn't force it with my mother. I didn't force it with my husband. I didn't force it with my son. I don't force life, period. Life moves and flow with a pure energy. Stop trying to force life. Let go and let God. Meditate on God's words. Establish your heart on Him. I say root up your fears. Follow the spirit of life. Walk on His direction. Trusting in the universal laws of life is trusting in yourself. You see, His wisdom is heard in your actions, not your reactions. His laws are done, perfect, whole, and complete. His work is finished. It is up to you, not him. I say renew your minds. I say renew your minds. Stop forcing life. Let go and let God. Stop struggling. Stop trying. Stop fighting. Come on, family. Just do it. God granted you the right to a good life. Stop trying to earn the right. It is yours. You inherited it. By his will, it is there. Stop trying to force life. Let go and let God. I tell you, pride makes excuses. I tell you, pride makes excuses. Humility makes adjustments. You see, you transform your life. I say you transform your life, not by forcing change, but by the renewing of your mind. Stop trying to force life. Let go and let God. And that's that God particle in you. That's the God particle of life, the breath of life, not no individual that needs to be turned around and called a dog and all of this and all that. You are a particle of life, of the living life, of the breath of life, of the existence of life. So stop trying to force life and tune into yourself and have a little RESPECT and find out what it means to me. Self-care, self-love, self-respect. Keep breathing, family. Tune into yourself. Visit my website. Have equipment. Will travel. Nest can work with you around the world from the comfort of your home. You buy that scan. You support your whole family, including your pets, your neighbors, your friends, your other family members. Everybody can get scanned from a distance, and you get to see and read your own results. And we can go over them together or not. And also with that Max Post system to see what state you're in, autonomic nervous system, sympathetic or parasympathetic state, I'm here. I'm ready. That's what conscious self-health care is all about. Thank you for coming to dance with me, tuning into yourself, and taking those deep, deep breaths. Thank you, Jamal, for bringing in Aretha for me at the last minute notice. I appreciate it. Tune in next week, family, and remember to breathe through life. Everything is being exposed so that you can take better care of yourself. See you next week. And I say a little prayer for you.
Say a little prayer for you. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. And while combing my hair now, and wondering what dress to wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together. That's how it must be to live without you. Would only mean heartbreak for me. I run for the bus stand, but while riding I think of us dear. I say a little prayer for you. And at work I just take time, and all through my coffee break time, I say a little prayer for you. Forever and forever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together. That's how it must be to live without you. Would only mean heartbreak for me. Nobody but me. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together. That's how it must be to live without you. Would only mean heartbreak for me. My darling, believe me. For me there is no one but you. Please love me too. I'm in love with you. Answer my prayer, baby. Answer my prayer. Say you love me too. Answer my prayer, baby. Answer my prayer. Yeah. Forever and ever, you stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you together. That's how it must be to live without you. Would only be heartbreak for me. Nobody but me. My darling, believe me. For me there is no one but you. Please love me too. This is my prayer. Answer my prayer now, baby. Answer my prayer, baby. This is my prayer. Answer my prayer, baby. Answer it right now, baby. Answer my prayer, baby. Love me too. Answer my prayer, baby. This is my prayer, baby. Answer my prayer, baby.
Wake up. Yeah. Well, wonder what you tell me now.
Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, consciousselfcare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Healthcare Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.